Hey everybody, Derek here to bring another video for Z Nation. And today what I'm going to do is a video on Citizen Z. I was asked by someone to do a video on him, and I figured that it was a very good time to do so after I got the chance to take a look at some of the first scenes photos from my previous video. I think I have a little bit of an idea of perhaps what Citizen Z may be doing in Season 2. So I wanted to share that with all of you and see what I can analyze about his character. Just in case you are not caught up with Z Nation, there could be spoilers in this video. So if you do not want to be spoiled, please do not watch the video. Okay, so as we know, at the end of Season 1, there were several nuclear bombs that were headed right for Citizen Z's location, which could seem to indicate that he may die in, the season premiere, Season 2. Whether he will or not, I'm starting to doubt it more that he will. I could see it going either way, but I'm leaning more towards him living. Part of the reason for that is I think that they do have a story that they can do for the character. And it's kind of involving, doing some of the same things that he has been doing. Talking with the group, getting a hold of different various people, seeing, how the condition of the world is. And I think that skill set is needed more than ever now as a result of the not just the nuclear bombs going off, but the situation that happened at the lab, with Dr. Kurian and Murphy escaping. I think that Citizen Z is definitely going to be an asset for the group when it comes to them trying to hunt for Murphy or Kurian or whoever. And I think that Citizen Z is going to play a role in that. I did think about a possibility where because of the nuclear bombs going off, maybe the satellites will go out for a while, or whatever he's using to look on the world, those may go offline for a little while. And Citizen Z may have to attempt to get control back over the system. He may have to activate new ones. He may have to, hack into them, move them somewhere. There are lots of different possibilities. I don't know the extent of his power, but he's obviously able to, look on anywhere on the earth and look at people and communicate through radio. So I could see them trying to do that as a way to start his story. But another big thing that may be coming up is he's gonna probably be trying to get assistance to not just our group, but everybody out there. Nuclear bombs going off is never a good thing. I mean, it causes severe radiation to be, exposed to the environment. The place that it, explodes is pretty much decimated. Things are contaminated. It's not a good thing, obviously. And I think that Citizen Z is definitely going to be needed in order to warn people. We've seen him get on the radio and say, hey, huge herd of walkers coming. Hey, tornadoes in this area. You might want to get out of there or get to shelter. And I think that he's going to be valuable in helping people getting to safety. And I think that is something that is very important, especially for our survivors. Warren, Doc, 10,000, Mac and Addy even, they obviously are going to know that the bombs go off. And I think that, if you look in my previous video about the behind the scenes photo, you see the one with Addy making like some kind of a radio signaling device. She looks like she's trying to get a hold of Citizen Z, or at least listen in, to see if there's some kind of a report. And I think that is something that is definitely going to come in handy. So I could see him being involved with that, as well as just providing information to the group about who Dr. Kurian is. I think that this is one of the only ways that we're going to be able to establish that. I mean, we might, delve into that in other ways, but I think that the group is going to need him in order to understand just who Dr. Kurian is, Why is he doing this? And perhaps, Citizen Z will be looking into the mystery further. Um, I think that those are a lot of the basic things that they can do with his character. And I don't think that it's likely that they're going to kill him off because the actor DJ Qualls, I guess, stated on Twitter that his character was safe. But I just think that the only way that they're going to be able to track Murphy down, track Dr. Kurian, or do whatever they're going to do is if they have Citizen Z. And I think that we've all seen, and at least in my opinion, I've started to feel like Citizen Z is an important character, but I don't think that he's necessarily the character that you have to give the whole episode to, or delve too much in there, unless you really have something going on there. Again, you all know that my hatred for the episode Tsunami is just uh overwhelming. I just was very disappointed. And it's not that DJ Qualls can't carry an episode, it's just that they need the story to do so. And I thought about that a little bit. Is there going to be an opportunity where other people are going to go to where Citizen Z is? And I think that it is possible that he may run into people, or that people may come to him, whether they are from the government, whether they are from just regular everyday people. If you remember back in Fracking Zombies, the way that Siberian Husky got there was on a dog sled, and there was a person on there, but they probably froze to death because in Antarctica it's just freezing. Um, you can't really survive out in that environment very long unless you have very good survival skills and the equipment to use them. Now, what was this person doing? We really don't know. It could have just been some random survivor that was trying to find shelter, or it could have been somebody, from some government agency, coming out to check on Citizen Z or on the, that station, Northern Lights. I think that it is possible that we may see this area be occupied or visited by somebody. It's really going to depend on how vast Kurian's resources are. Does he have the ability to, fly a plane, fly a helicopter out there, and essentially take over Citizen Z's base? I could see that happening, and I think that that would be interesting, is to finally, be able to integrate Citizen Z a little more with what's going on in the story. Because again, it's like I said, I don't have a problem with them doing that. They just need to establish the right kind of story. And having him almost suffocate on, lack of oxygen is not, in my opinion, an amazing story that, you can just use in the episode. That's why I didn't like it. Everybody's allowed to have their opinion, though. I will not criticize if you do like Tsunami. If you did think that it was good writing, I respect that. Everybody has their own opinion, and I do honor that. But I feel that there needs to be, if you want to have more of Citizen Z, it needs to be because it's involved with the main plot that's going on. And right now, of course, excuse me, you have him, providing help with the group, and I think that that is a good role for him right now. But it is very possible that he could become integrated with our survivors, and I would be very happy to see that. I did think about the possibility that, again, Kurian's group or some other group, we really don't know the extent of the story that we're going to see in season 2, but it is very possible that, Murphy could relay information to Dr. Kurian about Citizen Z. It may be possible that Kurian knows about Citizen Z, or that he'll find out that he's helping him, the group. And maybe in order to prevent the group from, being able to always track him down or doing whatever they're supposed to be doing, Kurian might send people to basically kill Citizen Z and take over the place. And I think that it would be very interesting to see that happen. People trying to storm the area, try to kill Citizen Z, and Citizen Z and the dog basically, form a little bit of a, I don't know how to put it this way, an attack on the individuals that might come to attack them. And this, of course, could show the extent of the danger. It could also result in Citizen Z maybe having some kind of a capability to leave Northern Lights. They may leave some kind of a helicopter or an airplane. He may realize it's no longer safe. We don't really know if he has piloting skills or not, but hey, you never know. I mean, he just might. And there is another possibility that I thought of, and that is Citizen Z may end up being somebody that's taken hostage by Kurian or somebody else, where they realize that Citizen Z's skills are great and they're needed and they're very unique. So Kurian may, in a sense, kidnap him, take him from Northern Lights, or have people stay there and have those people make Citizen Z try to track down the Murphy or the group or somebody else. You know, we really don't know, but I think that it would be an interesting story, and I would be excited if they did incorporate that into season 2. I think that it is time for Citizen Z to become more of an integral part of the show and involved with the plot, and I think that that would be a very good way to do it. And that's, you know, the reason why you wouldn't really have to kill his character off. I think that he is a great actor. I think that it's a great character. And I think that given the right story, you can make his character excellent and interesting. So that's what I would like to see with him personally. I really don't think he's going to die right off the bat. I think that would be a little bit of a mistake. And I think that it would be just too convenient if people were always running into each other, because I really think that this season is going to be about finding people. You know, I mean, I read on that interview it's about finding the cure. Well, in order to do that, you need Murphy. And I think you're going to have Warren's group going after Murphy. You're going to have Kurian going after Murphy. And I think that it's going to be a little bit of a cat and mouse game where their paths might intersect, but they're not able to stick with one another. You know, Murphy's going to continue to be able to escape. Kurian's going to be able to continue to escape. Lots of other possibilities. I could be wrong, but I think that that might be a good format that they could use. And I think that Citizen Z will be needed, and I think that he really can become part of the plot in season 2 if we understand a little bit more about who Kurian is and what his goals are. And if he really does have a lot of resources at his disposal, we may see him use them against Citizen Z and, in essence, make him either leave Northern Lights or potentially even kill him. You know, I could see that happening too, where, you know, if he's not doing that kind of work, does he really have a role? And I think that he could, you know, it's very possible, but I could see the show also saying, well, he served his purpose, and, you know, this would be the opportunity to kill him off and, you know, make room for other stories, other characters at that point. So he may be forced to do something, and then he, like, gets a secret message to the group, and then they kill him, or something along those lines. So it could really go either way. But I think that it is time to get him involved with the story. So those are my thoughts. I really hope that some of those do come true. I think that would be very great. But nonetheless, you know, we're getting closer to season 2. September is coming. As much as we hate for summer to end, it's almost like you really do look forward to that. You know, when Walking Dead comes back and Z Nation. Plus, we got Fear the Walking Dead coming in August. So there's a lot to look forward to. So I'm going to bring this video to a close. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. If you guys have any questions or comments, don't be afraid to leave them. Feel free to subscribe. I do have more videos coming. And if there are any other video suggestions that you guys have, please don't be afraid to suggest them. I've gotten a lot of great suggestions. I do thank each and every one of you for them. And finally, I want to thank everybody that has subscribed so far. I just saw that I hit 150 today. And I am just absolutely amazed and very, very appreciative of each and every one of you that have been watching my videos, commenting, all the positive comments. I really, really do appreciate that. and thank you very much for your support. I really, really appreciate it. This channel is for you, and again, if there is anything you want me to do, don't be afraid to leave it in the comments. Everybody have a wonderful evening, and thank you again.